Hello and welcome, my name is Parky and today we're playing some more Factorio. I am so excited because we're back in this game. Now, last time we managed to set up most of the stuff for our Science Pack 3s, which is wonderful. However, the one last thing we need, oh god, is to have the steel coming over. So we need to choose a new research construction thing. So, I'm thinking we were going for all the robotic stuff, weren't we? Because that's ridiculous. So we probably want to go for logistics systems, which is going to require Science Pack 3s, which we can't currently do. And aside from that, really, once we've got the robots, I'm going to start pumping them out on a massive scale, because it's going to definitely be worth it. So we've got robot speed and all these other things we could get for this, but we are eventually going to need the logistics system to actually do anything with it. In fact, are we even producing anything in terms of the Science Pack 3s? We're not, are we? No. Okay. So, what we could do is we could just start this off by adding a load of steel ourselves into here, just so it starts going in the meantime, and then maybe we can start researching some of these other things. And I think we're going to go for the logistics system. Sure thing. Okay. Now it can pump away very slowly. So we've got to get the steel all the way over here, and we really want to get it onto the upper side of this belt here, with all this stuff on. So I'm thinking we have to route it round this way. Ironically, this would be fine if we had a logistics system, because we could just get the robots to bring the steel over here and everything would be fine and dandy, but we can't. So for now, we've got to do a really weird spaghetti monster hoop all the way over here, which is going to be a bit of an annoyance. That's okay. Right, so we need a load of transport belts. We're also going to need a load of underground belts, so we're going to grab all of this iron up, if we can. We're also going to need to increase our iron production, because that is not going to do good for anyone at the current levels. So in fact, I might as well just grab all these pre-made belts up here a bit quicker. And we're going to bring the steel all the way down here, a little bit like this. We're going to have to route it underneath here for the time being, going underground. We got any underground belts yet? We don't, okay. We're going to have to wait for this one. That's okay though. So we're going to bring it through here, and then we're going to route it up, and then go to the left underneath here. So we're going to need to make even more of these. Kind of a problem. So let's get some more iron plates, shall we? Grab some more of these belts up. Cool. So let's get 3 of these. We're probably going to need all 3 of them. And we're going to go a little bit like this. In fact, I might as well just do this, because we're going to get rid of this eventually. And we're going to bring it under here, like so. And then probably bring it down this way. Could probably do this in a slightly nicer way, but that's okay. And then round, because this is a really stupid ass thing that I'm doing right now. And under here, like this. And then further along here. This is like such a diluted route through the factory, it's kind of crazy. And probably have to bring it under here as well, which is kind of okay. That is the wrong thing. We do not want one of those. Do we really need some more iron? We do. Great stuff. We'll make another one, and we're going to have to actually make another 2 of these. Let's just go and grab even more iron than that. Perfect. Get some of these inserters whilst we're at it. We've got 50 in our inventory, which is kind of helpful, actually. Right, so we're going to have this come under here, like so. And we're almost there. Down this way, like this. And then under here, and onto this belt down here. Cool stuff. I like it. It works. It makes me feel happy and warm inside. So this should, touch wood, my desk I suppose, it should sort everything out. Right, okay. So that's now going to be making the Science Pack 3s, which is good stuff. Eventually I'm thinking I'm going to upgrade all of this so that we've got fast transport belts, because everything's going a bit slowly at the moment. But iron production, let's worry about that now. So as you can see, we've got quite a lot of these going on. We've got more ore than we're actually processing at the moment, so I think it'd be worth to put down some more electric furnaces this way. So let's make a few more of these. We're going to make 2 more and put them down here. We're going to have some more of these inserters going in like this, and down here whilst we're waiting for this to craft. And I don't think we're actually going to be able to fit any more in down there, but that's okay. And we'll bring this down here to feed into these, and up this side, with some more electric cables going into them. Cool, okay, so that should increase the output of iron slightly. I'm feeling as though maybe, do we need some more iron mining going on? We might do, we're going to eventually anyway, so I might as well start putting it down. Okay, and we're going to have this iron going up like that, with some more cables. Wonderful. And this cable's going to have to go down over here. Cool business. Right, so that's going to probably make things a little bit better with the iron. As you can see, it is starting to filter through the system a bit better. So that's good. Now, once logistics system is done, I'm going to start trying to create a factory for these robots, because robots are cool. So we need a flying robot frame, which is going to require an electrical engine unit, which is something that we don't currently have. Now, electrical engine units are made from engine units, which are made from, oh god, lube. Okay, so we're going to need to make some lube. God, this is going to get a bit complex, but it's okay. We're going to need to make all this stuff at some point anyway. Might as well start now. Okay, so what is our setup down here? We currently have stuff just going into storage, which is fine. We probably want to use some of this heavy oil in order to make some lube eventually. So lube is just made directly from heavy oil. Cool. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another chemical plant, and this is going to start producing lubricant, which is going to be very helpful indeed. I'm going to eat up all of this stuff because I think we need it for a chemical plant. There we go. Right, okay, so whilst this chemical plant is making, we're also going to need some more piping. Let's make a load more pipes. In fact, do I have any in my inventory? I don't. Okay. That is also fine. So we're going to have the lubricant coming out here, and just for now putting into another one of these storage containers, which I don't have, so let's make another one of those. And then the lubricant is going to be one of the things for the electrical engine units. That's good. It means we're probably going to have to make the electrical engine units down on this side of the planet, which is actually okay, because if you look, all the things for this flying robot frame are pretty much produced down here. Of course, we could just bring it all up. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so lube, electronic circuits, which we're making, engine units, we need pipes, iron gear wheels, and steel plates. So we need something coming off this iron line here. So maybe we could just do all this down here. So let's make a couple of factories, which are going to require a load of iron anyway. In fact, shall I make... No, I'll just make the lower tier ones. We probably only need 2 making pipes, because we're not really going to use the pipes for anything else. In fact, I might get a shotgun at some point if I can, because, God, I need to get rid of these rocks. They're really in the way, aren't they? Okay. So one thing that we do need to be concerned about is this alien nest over here. We might want to start making some turrets, actually. It might be a good idea. In fact, I might make one now, just because, my God, we don't want to be attacked. And I'm going to shove this up on the top right-hand side over this way. Okay, so what was I doing? I was making something or other. Something that I can't remember instantly. Oh yes, we're making pipe factories, weren't we? So let's make... Well, we've got a couple of pipe factories ready, assembly machines. We then also need iron gear wheels, which I might make a separate line of, because we're currently probably not making enough of those to deal with all of this stuff up here as well as down there. So yeah, let's do that. So we're going to make a couple more factories, and then up here we're going to put down this turret. Right, okay. Turrets are cool. We're going to need to fill it with some ammo though, which is a bit of a problem, and we don't have very much of it. So let's put down our turret, maybe just like in the middle here. We probably should make a couple of these, but I think for now this is okay. And we'll shove all of this ammo in there, because the gun turret's going to be doing more work than I am on foot. And we're going to fill it up to max, because you never know how many of these alien scum are going to attack us. Now the aliens only really attack when the red pollution meter over here, if we look at the map, covers them. So the chance of them attacking is moderately high at this point in time. So that is something to think about. At least we've got one turret down. Okay, so let's start making all this lube and other production line in advance of all these logistics systems being put down. In fact, it's not even in advance, because we can start making these robots. Right, okay, so we can also... One other thing we need to make is a roboport, which is going to use a load of stuff. But we probably only need one of these for now. So let's just grab all the materials for that right now, so we can start making it in our inventory. And I believe that's enough plastic. We just need some more iron. So luckily enough, there's a good iron production line just here. And is that enough? We need a little bit more, 180. Okay, well let's just empty this conveyor belt. Cool. Okay, so let's start making a roboport. Okay, so we're going to need pipes. So let's put down both of these benches that are going to craft these. And I think we're probably going to have to do both of these things over here. So we have the pipes coming out of this, and we'll have the cogs coming out of this one. And we're going to route them onto the same conveyor belt, because, my god, I can't be bothered to do it any other way. And we're going to have it coming down here a little bit like this. Okay, and then out of this we're also going to have outputs going onto this conveyor belt. unfortunately this isn't going to work, is it? Because it's going to go onto the wrong side. So what I might need to do is just something like... How is this going to work, actually? Am I going to need to use long-handed inserters? I think I might do, actually. So let's do that instead. I believe if I do it this way, it should work. And then it's going to rotate into the rest of the belt like that. And it should put it on the right side. Yeah, okay, so that will work. Oh no, because they're going to pass it onto the far side. And this is going to pass it onto... Oh, why is this so complicated? So hang on, this is going to put... Let's just start making it, for God's sake, Parky. You're just making it more complicated for yourself. Okay, so we're going to need a couple of inserters coming in here, just grabbing the things that we need. Like this. This is all going to need some power. So let's give it some power. Like this. And we can connect this up here. And then this is going to make pipes, which is going to require iron plates. That's going to start making those fairly quickly. And this is going to need to make cogs, iron gear wheels. Like this. Okay, now this only requires iron as well. So it's going to pass it onto that side, which means that this is going to maybe need to do a little bit of a snake. In fact, we can do this a little bit better. I think instead of using these long-handed ones, we're going to use the short-handed onto here and have two like different conveyor belts going on to pretty much the same thing like this instead. Because then if we do something like this... Is that going to work? Yes, okay, perfect. So that's going to work like that. So this is our little production line that's going to come down here. And this is going to feed into a couple more factories which are going to produce what we need, which are the engine units. So we need steel coming down here as well. Steel is a bloody nightmare at the moment, isn't it? I think what I might do, I could split this off down here. Or even just make a separate iron line coming out of this place. Well, I swear to God there's some iron over here. Yeah, there is. Look at this. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a separate steel production line over here. Because why not? We have the resources for it. Might as well use them. So we're going to put down 5 of these. This should be enough just for this single line of production. And have this line coming down here. And then this is going to feed to the right-hand side over this, where we're going to produce a load of steel. Cool stuff. Okay, and then we're going to have a couple more assembly tables down on this side. In fact, are we getting enough iron coming down here? It doesn't look like we are now. I suppose it is just being grabbed up by that, and I have given it a use now, which is a thing. Maybe we should turn this into a fast inserter. It might be a bit more useful. In fact, I'm starting to think we should upgrade a lot of these things to fast items. Might make things a bit more efficient. In fact, how's the power doing? We need to upgrade our power situation. So much to do, but it's okay, you can see what I'm doing. Right, so whilst this is all doing, because the RoboPort is still being constructed, I'm glad I put the order in for that ages ago, we're going to bring off this heavy oil and start pumping it into this factory here. Now this is going to be producing lubricant, which is then going to go into here like this, I suppose. Doesn't really matter how we do this. So that's going to be filled with lube. This is just going to require a little bit of power like that, and there we go, lube is being produced. Now lube is obviously going to be used for the electrical engine units, which is going to be brought up here, and we're going to do it in the middle area like this. Because why not? Doesn't really matter. Okay, so we need to make a few more of these electric poles. The RoboPort is almost finished, which is good. Luckily enough, as soon as this hits the max load, which is not going to be that high because there's no real point in us making a shit ton of these pipes or anything else, we're just going to leave it. We're not going to store this anywhere because, frankly, we have no use of it. I mean, pipes are quite useful to be pumping out in general, but realistically we're not going to need them for anything that special. Okay, so let's route this up here and then round, and this is going to have to go underground. Luckily enough, the RoboPort has now been finished, and I think the RoboPort, we're going to have to make a few of these unfortunately, but we're going to put it right up here, because I can't believe how useful this is going to be, and I think actually we're definitely going to need 2, but we're going to put the RoboPort right bang in the middle here, because it's got a good coverage of this area. Pretty damn good coverage actually, and I'll explain how this is all going to work in the future, but for now we can't do anything with that, so we're going to ignore it. Okay, right, so power is going to need to come over here, and we're going to put down some poles on the back here like this. There we go, and covering these two, and then we can link this up probably this way, In fact, this seems like a very frivolous route to take all these power lines, and I should be using the medium ones, but there we are. Okay, so that's now producing some iron ore. Right, so this is now going to go under here, like this. What is going on? Alerts one object missing construction robots. Oh yes, the Roboport. The Roboport is upset because I've not given it any robots yet. Okay, so we're going to have this coming up here. We're then going to have some electric furnaces along this side. Now, do we have enough for any more of these? 2 more electric furnaces, please. And we're also going to need a load more steel and stuff. In fact, we've got loads of steel. It's the iron again that we're wanting. Let's grab this, and that should be enough. No, some more stone bricks, actually, we're needing. I believe the stone bricks are up here. We've got plenty stone bricks, so that's good. So we're going to need 4 more, at least, of these. Let's come back down. Now, the research should be going quite nicely. We've got all 4 of them. Actually, have we? No, we've got all 3. Oh, it's very slow, isn't it? Now, why is this slow? Is it because we don't have batteries? No batteries? Oh, no. What is going on with the battery production? Maybe we should be looking at this before we carry on. What do you need? Sulfur. Why are you stuck on sulfuric acid? Are we just not producing enough? It's just waiting on this stuff. And this stuff is waiting on petroleum, I believe. Got plenty of plastic. Plastic is not the problem right now. Not that there's any plastic being produced. Are we just waiting on the petroleum gas? I think we must be. Yeah, look, it's empty. Ah, but that might be because the storage in these other things is full. Yeah, look, the light oil is completely buggered up. So we should make another one of these storage tanks. So let's just grab some more iron. Oh my god, it's like never ending. That's okay. We just need to store this light oil somewhere for the meantime. In fact, I've got so many of these furnaces going, it's going to be a bit of a problem, but it's okay. Right, so we could put down some steel furnaces for the meantime, but I think that seems like a bit of a frivolous waste. So let's get this coming out of here like that onto another conveyor going up here like this. And then this is going to be fed into some more furnaces that are going to sit along here. And once we've got those, we can see what we're doing. Oh, this isn't going to work, is it? God damn it! What is this? I suppose I could move this line. Fine, okay, we're going to have to move this line. That's okay. Okay, so we're going to have to move all of this out of the way. Probably by quite a bit, unless we just go underground. In fact, that's not going to work, because we're going to have to bring it all the way around anyway. Okay, so we're going to have to bring it like this. Probably spaghetti it around this rock. Like so. Oh, this is not right. Oh, game! You put these obstacles in my path! And now we don't have enough to finish it. And we're waiting on everything else to finish. Ah, this game, honestly. It drives you mad, but in a very loving way. Let's put it that way. Okay, so that's going to go onto there like that. This hasn't got power. My god. This is such a kerfuffle. I kind of feel like it would have been easier just to route some of the current steel production down here. But I suppose the steel is going to be used quite a lot up in the north side of the factory. So why not have 2 different production lines? It doesn't even matter, does it? Okay, right. So iron coming out of here. God damn, this is so slow. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prioritise this because we need the sulfur and the batteries being produced, else we're not going to ever get anywhere. And it's going to go like this. And then we've got one of these tanks that we can put down. Man, I feel all over the place. This is such a big production line. There's so much stuff going on. Crazy business. So there we go. This should start making some more petroleum again now. Yes, there we go. Everything's back up and running. Thank God for that. 2.1, perfect. Okay. Things are happening. Makes me happy. When things aren't happening, it makes James a unhappy boy. This is my name, James. It's not always Parky. Don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're going to put down another one of these lines like this. This is going to go on to yet another conveyor belt. But we're going to have to do this probably up this way. A little bit like this. I think this is probably far enough with the old plastic. And luckily enough, we just had the perfect amount of conveyor belts. Okay, so we're going to need to make some more of these. So these are going to go into the conveyor belts here. The steel is probably going to come down this way. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? And do we have those 2 factories that we're going to make stuff? We don't. Okay, so let's grab some more of this iron up. And we're going to make 2 factories producing the electrical engine units, which we're then going to pump into electrical engine units. Oh god, it's never ending.